Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Knapp Medical Center post-game show. Carlos Robledo along with Mike Gonzalez. It's a loss for the Wesco Panthers tonight, losing by a final score of 40-30. They were leading in this game at the half, but a second-half surge by Robledo United, and they pull off the victory tonight. Let's go to the highlights in this one where Joseph Leal, a big night. It was a good game for the Wesco Panthers. They need to clean up a couple things going into next week's game against San Benito. There's Joseph Leal with a touchdown, and the Wesco Panthers were up early 6-0. They score a field goal as well, make it 9-0, and then guess what? They go right back to Leal. Deep pass here. He's been doing it all season long. Touchdown for the senior. 15-0 Weslaco doing a good job. They are in command of this football game. Robledo United, they scored a score to make the score now 15-7. Then back later in the second quarter, Leal once again, great catch there. The coverage was there, but somehow Leal comes up with a touchdown, 23-7. Weslaco with the lead in the second quarter. Here, right before the half, United with another touchdown. That's Colt Lozano. He had a couple of TDs that made it 23-14. Panthers with the lead in the half. Third quarter action, Colt Lozano again with a touchdown, cutting into the lead 23-22. Weslaco still with a 1-point lead, and they extended right here. Leal, another TD for him in the corner. Just a timing pattern to make it 30-22 for Weslaco, but Robledo United, after a fumble, scores right there. They tie up the game 30-30, and then they go up and they with the go-ahead score to make it 37-30, and they win it by a final score of 40-30. And this one, Mike Gonzalez, just a great, really good game. You see the talent of the Wesco Panthers. You know, they came out ready to play. I thought the offensive line did a good job as well. They just need to clean up a few things. Penalties and turnovers, those things can always kill you.
Sure. I mean, yeah, just like last week, it comes down to penalties and turnovers, especially in the second half. Started off great. We're up ahead by double digits. I believe at one point it was like 23-7. But against a team like Robledo United, you got to play 4 quarters. And a team like Robledo United, you got to play 4 complete quarters and try to make as less mistakes as possible, because that's a team that can rack up points, can move the ball, and they did that especially in the second half.
Yeah, I think Robledo United, they were kind of shocked, because Wesco jumped out to a 15-0 lead. Then they scored to make it 15-7. Then it was 23. They couldn't stop Weslaco. They just couldn't stop the Panthers at all. Give credit to David Sanchez over there, the head coach at Robledo United, making the halftime adjustments for the second half.
Well, a team like that, again, that's a team that can score very, very quickly. So I think all along they felt like they were in the game. I think to me that was key, Carlos, was that last score before the first half. I think it gave them momentum. They've kind of felt like, hey guys, we're right back in the game. Even though the Panthers came back and scored again in the third quarter, Robledo came right back with threw some punches, and the Panthers just weren't able to answer enough tonight. But again, just the little things, as you mentioned, Carlos, the penalties and the turnovers are something they got to clean up. This is the kind of competition they're going to see in the playoffs. Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a good lesson for them, just like last week. Again tonight, they just got to shore up those mistakes, and they're going to be just fine.
When you talk about the top teams in the Robledo area, you talk about Robledo United. They're the teams that you see in the next round of the playoffs, and they certainly did come to play here tonight. They exploited something in that secondary, it looked like, especially in that second half, and they were just on fire. For the Weslaco Panthers, Joseph Leal, a 4-touchdown game for him. He's just been having an incredible senior year. And he was certainly on fire tonight, and you got to give him a lot of credit. He really connected very, very well with the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, 4 touchdowns, as you mentioned, put out on a show tonight. He's done that all year long, has been consistent, came through with some big plays. You see the chemistry that him and Chris Luna have. He's a go-to player, especially when it's 3rd and long, or when you need a first down, he'll come through for you. Ran great routes, ran up the middle, went deep, ran little bubble screens. They went to him, and he did a fantastic job tonight.
Kind of felt like a little bit of a playoff atmosphere tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
You got a Saturday night game. The big crowd here. The band was into it, student body as well. So just a good game. Something you got to work on. District competition still a few weeks away.
Yeah.
Next week they got San Benito at San Benito. San Benito hasn't won a game at all this year, but
Right.
you know that they're going to be hungry when they play against Weslaco.
Well, no doubt about that, because remember last year they lost over here in that non-district game, and then they lost the playoff game here, the bi-district round. So you know that they're going to be pretty hungry, and they're going to be playing at home. And yes, one more non-district game before the district competition begins.
Yep.
So remember that next week, one more, and then you have a bye week.
Yep.
So just one more to look at things, to test some things and see where they're at. But I think they're going to be just fine.
All right, kudos to the Panther Corps. Y'all did amazing today. Good job, young man. As always, they're getting ready because once October hits, they're going to get ready for band marching season. I think they had a competition earlier today as well, so they're already into it. The tuba section coming by. You guys always
Say
do
hi,
a good
guys.
job. And so Panther Corps, good luck to them as they get ready for marching season, pigskin later on. We had the volleyball team on earlier. They got a district game next week. So, yeah, lots happening here. We are right in the thick of the school
Brand new
season.
school year, yeah.
The school year,
Yeah.
2025, 2026
cross country
is here.
Cross country,
as well.
yes.
All right, for Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Robledo. We'll see you next time right here on KOS.